Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to talk about something a bit uncomfortable, but incredibly important: money anxiety. Specifically, that feeling you get when you know you should check your bank account, but you just don't. You tell yourself you'll do it later, maybe tomorrow, or after you get paid. You might even find yourself physically avoiding the ATM or closing the banking app as soon as you open it. If any of this sounds familiar, stick around, because you are definitely not alone. This behavior has a name: financial avoidance. It's when the fear and stress associated with your money situation becomes so overwhelming that you actively avoid dealing with it. You might ignore bills, stop tracking your spending, or refuse to even think about your debts. It feels like a self-preservation tactic, right? If you don't look, the problem isn't real. But here's the hard truth: avoidance is like adding fertilizer to a weed. The problem doesn't just stay the same, it grows, and it grows faster. Let's think about it. When you avoid looking at your account, you're flying blind. You might overspend because you aren't sure how much you have left. A small, manageable bill that you ignore can suddenly balloon with late fees. An unnoticed subscription keeps chipping away at your balance. That feeling of being out of control. It doesn't come from the numbers themselves. It comes from not knowing the numbers. The unknown is always scarier than the known. Your imagination will fill in the blanks, and it almost always imagines the worst-case scenario. So, how do we break this cycle? It starts with one small, brave step. Just look. I am not asking you to create a complex budget or solve all your financial problems in one day. The only goal for today is to open the app, log in to the website, or look at the paper statement and see the number. That's it. No judgment, no panic, just observation. You are simply gathering data. Think of yourself as a scientist looking at a data point. The number you see is just information. It doesn't define your worth, your intelligence, or your future. It is simply your starting point. When I first forced myself to do this, my heart was pounding. I was terrified of what I'd find. And you know what? Sometimes it was bad. But even when it was, a strange thing happened. The moment I saw the actual number, the vague, shapeless anxiety started to shrink. It was replaced by something else: clarity. Okay, this is the situation. It wasn't a monster hiding under the bed anymore. It was just a figure on a screen. And once I had that figure, I could start thinking about a plan. Financial clarity is the antidote to financial anxiety. When you know where you stand, you reclaim your power. You can't make a plan to get to your destination if you don't know where you are on the map. Facing your numbers is drawing that you are here pin. From there, you can decide your next move. Maybe it's cutting one small expense. Maybe it's setting up a tiny automatic savings transfer. The size of the step doesn't matter as much as the direction you're moving, and you can't choose a direction until you face where you are. The excuses we make, "I'm too busy, it's too stressful, I'll do it later," are just chains holding us in a state of fear. Breaking them begins with that single act of looking. So, here's your challenge. Sometime in the next 24 hours, take a deep breath and just look at your main account balance. That's your first win. You're trading temporary comfort for long-term control. Remember, you are more powerful than your fear, and your financial well-being is worth fighting for. It all starts when the excuses end. Thank you so much for watching. If this video resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on building a healthier relationship with your finances. Let me know in the comments if you've ever struggled with financial avoidance. Let's support each other. See you in the next one.